In Islam, women must cover their hair and dress modestly when in public. This is accomplished by wearing the hijab, which leaves the entire face clear. A woman might choose to wear the garment known as the niqab, which exposes only the eyes. Niqab is not mandatory, but shows extra modesty and religious devotion. In this case, the plaintiff, Mushia Elzahed, was the wife of an extremist terrorist recruiter for the so-called Islamic State. Police executed a search warrant on the family home, and she commenced action against them, arguing they had assaulted her. At trial, the judge, a female judge, faced the task of choosing whether to believe Elzahed's evidence or that of police. Elzahed, however, refused to remove her niqab to expose her face while giving evidence. A range of options to preserve her modesty were offered, but she rejected them all. She was not allowed to give evidence, and her case failed. She appealed to the Supreme Court, arguing that she should have been allowed to give evidence while wearing the niqab. The court said, Her Honour noted expressly that the demeanour of a witness and the viewing of their face is not the only way in which credibility is assessed. It is thus not correct to suggest that the primary judge found that if the appellant gave evidence wearing a niqab, Her Honour would be deprived of the ability to make findings about the appellant's credibility. Her Honour also correctly recorded that demeanour may be misleading in some cases. Her Honour's finding was that seeing the appellant's face would assist her in the assessment of the appellant's credibility. That finding was correct. The court was careful, however, to limit its ruling to this case. They said the primary judge was not making and did not purport to make any ruling of general application about access to justice issues involving Muslim women or women of any other faith who choose to cover their faces with a veil. The only question addressed by the primary judge was whether, in the particular circumstances of this case, the appellant should be permitted to give evidence with her face covered by a niqab. From this case, we learn that when a witness is giving evidence, depending on the circumstances of the trial, a judge has discretion to refuse to allow that witness to cover their face, including for religious reasons.